The city breathed below us, a slumbering beast of steel and glass. On this rooftop, the mist was alive, swirling around paper lanterns and blurring their orange glow. The air was thick with jasmine and the hum of a world that never slept. I stood at the edge, draped in molten gold, feeling the cool stone beneath my heels. I was a gilded serpent, waiting for a sign in the darkness. He appeared from the mist, a shadow given form, tall and sharp against the jeweled skyline. His midnight suit was perfect, but it was his eyes, intense, burning, that truly commanded. He watched me from across the rooftop, a predator observing his prey. Our gazes locked, an invisible thread pulled taut, vibrating with tension. The world faded, only the charged space between us remained. I felt his stare like a touch, tracing my collarbone, the curve of my smile. I held his gaze, a silent challenge, an invitation to a game with unwritten rules. He finally moved, each step deliberate, closing the distance with unbearable grace. The mist swirled at his feet as he approached, city lights framing him like a fallen angel. He said nothing. The air crackled with unspoken promises and dangerous possibilities. The rooftop was our stage, the mist our curtain, and the first act was about to begin. His voice, when it came, was a low murmur, vibrating deep within my chest. His words were simple, but the real conversation was in the space between us. Our energies mingled, coiling together like smoke. I answered softly, speaking of beauty in hidden things, secrets the night keeps. Our conversation became a dance, each phrase a step, each pause a breath held in anticipation. We were two shadows at the edge of the light, our silhouettes merging and separating. He leaned closer, creating a sanctuary from the party, his scent, cologne, whiskey, rain, filling my senses. I leaned in, drawn to the beautiful, consuming darkness. The tension was a living thing, in every brush of fingers, every arch of my back. We spoke in gestures, a secret language only we understood. He mentioned the music, a cello piece, mourning lost love, and stories with beautiful, tragic endings. I confessed my affinity for such tales, for passion that burns too bright to last. In that moment, we saw each other, not as strangers, but as kindred spirits drawn to the abyss. The rooftop had served its purpose. The energy between us demanded sanctuary. With a silent nod, he led me down a wrought iron staircase away from the city lights. Each step was a journey into a realm of pure sensation. We entered his loft, warm, scented with sandalwood and old books, shadows and velvet everywhere. Heavy crimson curtains shut out the city. Candles flickered on every surface. The room was a womb of darkness and golden light, time slowing to a hush. It felt deeply personal, a reflection of the man, curated beauty, mystery and depth. He turned on a record player. Bluesy music filled the space, raw and sensual. He extended his hand, a command, an invitation to join him in the candlelit domain. The moment our hands met, formality dissolved. He led me into a pool of candlelight, the music wrapping around us. Words fell away, a more honest language began. His fingers found the clasp of my dress, gentle and firm, a promise of unraveling. The dress slid from my shoulders, pooling at my feet like liquid gold. I stood in shadow and flickering light, liberated and unashamed. He watched, still and intent, drinking in every detail. He followed my lead, discarding his jacket, unbuttoning his shirt, revealing strength and elegance. We stood stripped of armor, poised on the brink of a collision, the air electric with promise. The music shifted to a primal beat, echoing the pulse in my veins. He closed the distance, hands on my waist, mine on his shoulders. Our first touch was a silent explosion, a point of no return. This was not a dance of steps, but of instinct and energy, bodies learning each other's language. We moved in a slow, hypnotic sway, fitting together as if carved from the same stone. Our limbs intertwined, movements fluid and unrehearsed, guided by the music and our pull. The candlelight cast our shadow onto the velvet curtains, a beautiful, monstrous creature moving as one. We became a single organism, moving to an ancient, silent beat. His hands explored, tracing my spine. Mine mapped his shoulders and neck. The dance grew more daring, a silent conversation of escalating passion. The energy intensified, shifting from a slow burn to consuming heat. An ornate mirror captured our reflection, two figures lost in mirrored rhythm. As he dipped, I arched. As he pulled me closer, I melted. Our instincts aligned, bodies moving in seamless harmony. The shared wildfire built between us, a current of pure energy. Our rhythm grew urgent, the dance a prelude to something inevitable. His lips found my neck, sending shockwaves through me. The world narrowed to a single point of contact, a single overwhelming sensation. In the mirror, I saw ecstasy on my face, fierce passion on his. The climax was emotional, a silent scream of recognition and release. We were consumed, reborn, and changed by the flames. The fire settled into warm embers, our frantic dance softening into a gentle embrace. The record ended, silence settling around us. In the quiet, there was only peace and rightness. We stood in the center of the room, holding each other, survivors of a perfect storm. He released me, his eyes now soft and warm. He drew back the velvet curtain. Dawn's pale light bled into the room. The city woke, but we lingered in the magic of the night. I walked to the window, the golden dress, a discarded skin on the floor. I stood silhouetted against the city, feeling radiant and renewed. The night had stripped away my doubts and fears. I had met a kindred spirit, danced in the fire, and emerged forged anew. He watched me, understanding in his smile. I was the heroine of my own story, master of my desires. Bathed in dawn, I was whole, radiant and free. This city is full of nights like this. Rooftops, candlelit rooms, unspoken connections. My story is one of many that unfold when the sun goes down. Tales of desire, mystery and empowerment. Every woman holds the strength to seek out the fire and emerge illuminated. We are daughters of the night, keepers of its secrets, heroines of its passionate tales. True power lies in surrendering to what makes us feel alive. I share this not as fantasy but as invitation. Recognize the magic in your own life. Your desires are a compass. Let them guide you to experiences that empower and transform. The night is your confidant. What story will you write next?